we experienced the Khatm Bukhari, and many of us were present after Asr Salah. I can tell you with the little years which I have been attending, it was such a beautiful sight that that line was so long, and we make dua that may it become longer as well, inshallah. And the happiness which we can get from seeing that, you can only understand if you value and if you understand the importance of Islamic education. Alhamdulillah, as I mentioned yesterday, I would like to continue for a few minutes before we invite our guest, that the Islamic institutes which you have in this town, sometimes we take it for granted, but if you go to those towns and those cities where they do not have it, they will tell you that, you people are blessed. Why? Because you have a Darul Uloom, you have the institute in your town. Look at it, when it comes to the Khatam Sharif, when it comes to, the Janaza Salah, when it comes to the Jumas, when it comes to the rescues where there's no Imam, when it comes to the Huffaz, that you need the Huffaz in the month of Ramadan, you are going to dial the number of Darul Uloom Qadria Ghareeb Nawaaz. आप लोग सोए क्या? थोड़ा सा आप भी साथ तो दीजिए ना। नहीं, थोड़ा और। इतने दूर से मेहमान आए और आप अगर ऐसे कहेंगे तो फिर ये तो अच्छी बात नहीं होगी। तो what I'm trying to say is that they are service to us. The students are service to us. We take them for granted, but let me tell you that they are the guests of Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. The hadith says, we learn that the angels put their wings under the feet of those who are studying the deen of Allah. And this is where they are. And that institute is here. That factory is here. You will see the number of students graduating tomorrow. Today you only saw the ulama, those who have graduated. And I can tell you, because I was recognizing many of those faces, alhamdulillah, I know that some of them are doing imamat, some of them are running madrasas, some of them are serving in the schools. My fellow brothers and sisters in Islam, when will we treasure and understand? We take it for granted when somebody is doing something. We don't realize the effort which goes into it. We don't realize that they have given their lives, they have given and sacrificed their family time for the deen of Allah. And for who? For the pleasure of Allah, for us as the ummah to have the benefit as the Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah. And undoubtedly, there is no doubt about it. And I don't need to say it. It's in front of you that we can see the help of Hazrat Sayyid Alimuddin Sahab Qibla. He is in front of us. And although despite having problems in his health, alhamdulillah, he has made the effort and got us all together. We are sitting in this tent through the efforts and the zarya of Hazrat Sayyid Alimuddin Sahab Qibla. Thoda aur zor se. So if I have to start raising up and calling the graduates of Darul Uloom and tell you that this Moulana is serving in Tanzania. He has a Darul Uloom, he has 235 students. If I have to call another one, and he is the Nigran and he is responsible of the whole KwaZulu Natal, not one center, not two centers, but numerous centers. Like that, if I have to introduce each graduate, then you will understand that what a product of Darul Uloom is doing, not only in South Africa but around the world, my fellow brothers and sisters in Islam. So don't take it for granted. The saying which the government uses in our country, in Malawi, is that educating a girl child is educating the nation. Educating a girl child is educating the nation. Now tell me, we go to work, we go to our businesses, and who is with the children? It's our mothers. Who gave you the first Sunni girls Darul Uloom, my fellow brothers? Or one of the first girls Sunni Darul Uloom, a setup like this in South Africa? It is Hazrat Sayyid Alimuddin Sahab Qibla. He is in front of us. This is what it is, You have to understand that sometimes, when we can't help, at least the least we can do is make dua. If we can do that and hold hands together, then I can say that we are truly on the maslak of Ala Hazrat. Then we are truly on the Maslak of Ala Hazrat, because that is what it comes to when it comes to unity under the banner of Maslak of Ala Hazrat. My fellow brothers and sisters in Islam, without taking further of your time, I would like to also mention that when I mention about Jamia Fatima, the girls Darul Uloom, the boys Darul Uloom, you know, the Darul Uloom today is still running and still has the Asatiza, and Alhamdulillah, the studies are continuing without doubt. It is us who need to take benefit, and we need to send our students. We need to send our children. We need to make sure that we are creating the future. Remember that what Hazrat just said in the bayan, the importance of one alim. Every home requires an alim. Trust me that when an alim comes into the family, that is where the beginning and the start of change comes. That, you know, now you want to change your mentality. Why? Because look at him. He's left everything, he's performing salah, he is leading the salah, he is now teaching the Quran, he is teaching the tafsir of the Quran. The whole mindset changes when we have an alim in the family, my fellow brothers and sisters in Islam. So let us take benefit of this Darul Uloom. Let us take benefit of Jamia Fatima. You know, look at the beautiful structure. I always admire the design. And I say that if you look at the, you know, you call it the fan light above the doors that in the hostel, so that it shouldn't be dark in the daytime. The door systems, how we go down into the Jamaat Khana and how we go up into the hostel. And if you look at it from an architectural perspective or an engineering perspective, tell me where you see the columns. You can't even show me the columns where the steel is. So this is a beautiful design, a beautiful Darul Uloom, maintenance free. No need to paint it outside. All this thought, all that effort, every day of visiting the site. This was a waterlogged area. This was a swampy area. When Hazrat was explaining, you know, we learned that there is so much of steel which has gone into this structure, and all of this effort of one personality who we need to support. We need to give our support, moral, financial, all this support is required, my fellow brothers and sisters in Islam. Let us all make dua that Darul Uloom salamat rahe. Darul Uloom Qadria Ghareeb Nawaaz salamat rahe. मैं कहूँगा Darul Uloom Qadria Ghareeb Nawaaz और आप कहेंगे क्या? सलामत रहे. Darul Uloom Qadria Ghareeb Nawaaz, Darul Uloom Qadria Ghareeb Nawaaz, Darul Uloom Qadria Ghareeb Nawaaz, salamat rahe. So my fellow brothers and sisters in Islam, inshallah, there is also a book launch, but let us start our spiritual journey from here to Madinatul Munawwara with Al-Hajj Uwais Raza Qadri Sahab. Inshallah, once again, I would like to request in his court to, you know, take us and lead us in this journey. Let us give him, Al-Hajj Uwais Raza Qadri Sahab, the welcome which we usually give in these mahafil in Ladysmith with the Nare Takbir and Nare Risalat. Nare Takbir! Nare Takbir! Nare Risalat! Ulama Ahle Sunnat! Maslak Ala Hazrat! Nare Takbir! Nare Risalat!